Hello, this is the Roach Therosia, and I am back. We're going to do some Bastion today, and I'm going to go right into it. I just have this up because this is where I like to start, for Bastion especially. You guys can see that the world is progressing, and it is still in survival. It's still a viable resource for me that I can actually get stuff from, and it is something that I've done all in survival. We actually got an achievement the last time, so that actually proved it even farther for you, that I have always played this in survival, and I always will play it in survival. Now, as you can see, I've got lots of stuff, and I did come in here previously and kind of organize what I had in my inventory. The reason I did this is because I wanted to prepare for a trip. This trip is to go and build the rails to the next place, which we did build. Don't want to select the librarian, I want to select the gate. Okay, we did build, or we did go to the next place, and that was where I came from originally when I started this Bastion series. So I'm trying to find my way back home. We've covered this before, but anyway, I do have this horse, and because I went back to get other stuff like gold, so that I could get powered rails, I also got a saddle, and that's why I'm in here right now, is so that I can saddle this horse, because this horse needs a saddle. One of the reasons it needs a saddle is so that I can figure out, so the health on it is not very good, but I'm hoping that it takes after its parents, and its speed and jump are decent. Okay, well, it's nothing to write home about, but the jump's okay, the speed's alright, the health is low though. And that just means that the breeding didn't take very well. Horses are different than llamas. Llamas, actually, you can breed them and they'll almost always get stronger. But horses, it just doesn't seem to be quite that way. And it's unfortunate, because I would like, that they don't get faster and better. I think you'd have to breed a lot of horses in order to get the best horse you could possibly get. Whereas with llamas, after breeding a few times, you've got a llama that has the strength with all of them, so the strength of 5, which makes it so that it has a 15 slot chest attached to it. Oh, and that's another thing I ought to try, which is to put a chest onto my mule. Previously, I have tried and have not been able to, but I would like to accomplish this. So far the game has not allowed me to do it, and see, it's still not allowing me to do it. I do not know why. It's kind of retarded that it won't let me, but it won't let me place a chest on my mule. As you can see, I got one on my donkey, and that wasn't really all that hard. It placed it there. I was happy with the way it placed it there and everything, and it's just not working for my mule like it did my donkey. In any case, it's not too big of a deal. We'll just not have a chest on my mule yet. We might eventually be able to accomplish that, but right now I'm not too worried about it anyway. What we need to do right now, though, is we need to prepare and go to the Nether to start building. So I'm just trying to find where I want to put my saddle right now. That would probably do, because I do have some horse armor in there, actually a few different horse armors. And I need a horse armor, actually, because I need to put that on that horse. I'm going to put gold armor on it because I like gold armor on my faster horses, and that's what I've been putting on my faster horses. The reason for that is because gold armor is actually supposed to be better than diamond armor. I don't know if for sure it is, because I haven't tested it myself, but I did hear it from a reliable source, and so I think I'm going to go with it. It was IBX Toy Cat, I think, that did the video on it and said that gold armor is actually better than diamond armor. And I'm okay with that. I think it's true, and I'm going to go with it. And it really doesn't matter that much to me anyway, which armor I have for my horse, because well, it just doesn't really matter to me which armor I have for the horse. We're gonna put this map up because this is the Woodland Mansion map. Is not a map that I need. The map that I'm holding here, that is the map of the village that I'm trying to get to eventually, but I haven't got there yet. So we're going to keep that map, but we're not going to keep these maps in our hand. That just doesn't seem to be something necessary. I'm going to put those fences in there, one, because it fills it up to 64, two, because they're bothering me just being right there. So let's see, I want the powered rails that I have in here up here. 64 powered rails is probably plenty. I do want to take the redstone torches because we're going to be building rail in the nether. That's why we're searching through this and getting our stuff. So I'm going to get that. Don't need anything out of there. This one don't really need anything out of there. Might want some stuff, but don't really need it. Also, we've got this iron, so we're probably fine. We've also got some sticks. I do need to make probably 2 iron pickaxes. Why iron? Because I have plenty of iron, and so why not? You don't necessarily need iron to do this. It could just as easily be stone, and I have plenty of stone to do that, but I would rather do the iron. And then the only other thing that I can think of that we might need to make this track is some more netherrack. I could also use, well, I could use dirt, I could use stone, and stone's probably the best thing I could possibly use for it, because at least underneath the track that would be more durable. It wouldn't break if a ghost hit it, or it's far less likely to break if a ghost hits it. But I think I'm going to just use netherrack because we're in the nether. I'm going to be using, but then too I'm probably going to be digging a fair bit of netherrack, so I'm going to also leave a few empty spots. While we're there, we're not going to need these down. At least most likely we're not. We might need the shovel. And we might need this, but we're not going to need it right away. We're not going to need it solely. I do want to go make more redstone torches, because we're going to need more than that. More than 10. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll kick it up to 30. I want 30 redstone torches. 30 redstone torches sounds like a pretty good number, and that should do us. I do want a few planks, otherwise I just turn them all to sticks, because I could probably get most, if not all of them, to sticks, but I want to keep a few planks just in case I do need to make a crafting table or something. So we'll keep that. I will keep the shovel down. I do not need the chests down, although I think I will keep the chests with me. I think I'm going to put the netherrack right there, and the shovel I think I'm going to put all the way over here. These are kind of put in the order of what I'm going to need the most and what I'm going to need the least. So I'm going to put that over here, and I'm going to put the powered rails by it, and then I'm going to put the regular rails down right there. So that way we have what we need right here available. I'm going to take some fence so that I can make a proper pen for my horse wherever I go next. So that's what these fences are for. I don't need 64, but I'm taking 64 because if I have 64, then I definitely have enough. If I don't have 64 and I have like half of that, like 32, and I go to 3 places, I'm probably going to run out. In fact, I'd probably run out on the second place that I went, because it does take a fair few fences to make each. And if I run out of fences, then what do I have to do? I have to go get more wood, because this 14 planks is not going to be enough to make enough fences to cover me. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And it's night, so I'm going to sleep through the night real quick. And this episode is probably a little bit boring, but it advances our story and shows basically our preparations for going into the Nether and building our tracks on. Now, some of you might not want to watch this video simply because it is more of the preparations and not really a whole lot of the actual playing of the game. Like, we're not actually going out into the game and playing a whole lot. We're more just sitting around and talking about the items that I'm taking to the Nether. I mean, that may not be your cup of tea, and that's fine. I'm not worried about that. If it's not your cup of tea, you don't have to watch that. You can easily, and if you want to, I'm perfectly okay if you don't watch this episode. But if you want to watch this episode, it will be an okay episode. You'll enjoy it, or you might. I hope you do. It won't be terribly. It won't. There's nothing wrong with you not liking it. But if you do like it, please do hit that like button. Sure, why not? But anyway, I've really got away from where I want to be with this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these power rails down. We're going to start getting this track all up and going. So we changed the direction of this. So let's break this. So normally, we want that basically right here. So, and I'm saying so a lot. So. All right, we're going to kick that up, put those down, flip over to the switch, and we're going to throw that switch right there. Okay, so this is the start of the rails. We put the 3 because there's 3 on this. Well, it's kind of my boost to get started. So I hit these power rails, it turns on, it hits me, it sends me over the top of this. Now normally I would have a power rail closer, but closer didn't really work, and actually this is plenty close. So 3 is going to easily get me all the way there, and even get an empty cart all the way there to activate this, and then it's kind of the boost to send it all the way in. So that's why I do that, and my switch is working. I'm going to turn it that way because when we do use a cart for this, we're probably going that direction. Did I pick up a cart? I got 2 carts, so we're fine with that. I probably don't need a cart right there. Yeah, I really don't need a cart right there. So that's the way we came from. That goes back towards the Woodland Mansion, back to where I started my journey home. This is kind of weird because I didn't show you the journey here. I'm only showing you the return journey. So you guys know that I'm going back to some place, but you've never seen the place that I'm going back to. So it might be kind of strange for you, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. 1, 2, 3. So I do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do 7 and then a power rail, and I think I might even start doing 6 and a power rail. Mostly, I don't want my speed to decrease as I continue down this way. I'm just going to keep with the 7 and a powered rail. So if I'm going to collect the blocks, I have to take out 3 blocks like that in order to get my torch down underneath. So I put the torch down underneath and then I continue my rails. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, and we are going to take out this right here. I want that all to be down here on this level. And yeah, we had a little bit of an open area right there, a couple of windows. And then we are going out this way. I'm going to get this up ahead of me a little bit so that if we uncover some lava, we don't fall right into it. Oh, and I might need more of the pickaxes, because one, I keep making mistakes like this where I'm using up valuable pickaxe and not getting anything in return really for it. Alright, so we need to go across there, and we need this to drop down one. Oh, I think I actually had this at the right level. I just came through that at the wrong level. Well, that's cool. That means it will work, and it will work well. Okay. So right now I am ghost free right here, and that has not happened before, so I'm going to hurry and try and get me started out over this way. So the more that I can build on this without ghosts around, the happier I'll be, because it will be easier that way. Once the ghosts start showing up, my life becomes more difficult. I heard the ghost, but I haven't seen him, so we should be okay for the minute. But yeah, okay. Let's go back in. I'm going to, actually, you know what? I'm going to just open this up a little bit. It's nice to have a little bit more of an open area every now and then, just so that I can, well, it does inhibit me from being able to, or it gets in the way, I should say that. Use simple plain language. Roach, why wouldn't you? Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and oh, bother. Oh well. We're going to leave that one out. We're just going to basically clean that one. Okay, let's go like this. Right there. Okay. That. Put that there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is one of the things that I probably should change when I hit a turn. I probably should make it shorter as to... actually, I know what I'll do. When I hit a turn, I'm going to start putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think going around the turns, hitting the turns. I was going to say I was going to put it right next to the turn, which I think I might anyway. But I don't know what my reasoning is for that. I just want it right there, I think. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to do that. We're going to put it right there. And I don't have a really good reasoning for why it's right there on that side of the turn, other than I was thinking, okay, if a empty cart hits this turn, then I want to hit that power boost right after. But if I hit that power boost right before going into the turn, it should still be able to pick up fairly quick after it. I just don't know if that momentum that it gets from this can actually negotiate the turn properly. It seems like the turn slow carts down, but I don't know how fast it slows it down or how much it slows it down. So the acceleration of the carts do seem to dwindle in between places sometimes, but I'm hoping that this is not enough of a place for it to dwindle, basically, is what I'm trying to do. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just keep going. I'm talking way too much and just getting this done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So So yeah, I did put my regular torches up and actually put the levers down in the way of where they were. But that's fine, I guess. It's no big deal. Need a powered rail next. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do think through most of my moves, and I'm sorry if you don't like that, because I do talk about it too in this video most of the time. Part of it is kind of just filler conversation, because really there's not a whole lot that I have to talk about, at least not as far as what I'm doing with Minecraft right here. Now I could pick a topic from real life and talk a little bit about that, but I have many other interests, that's of course, but that's not what I want to talk about right now. We could talk about Minecraft though, and it's the news about it, like the new aquatic update is about to come out, or it's supposed to come out sometime soon. It still doesn't seem to be coming out really fast, but they do have the experimental, and we have added the experimental to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did start this map before okay, so I started this map several months ago, and at that point the aquatic update was nothing more than an idea, and I don't even know if it had been fully announced yet. And now that idea it's hard to count and talk at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know if it had been fully announced with the aquatic update. It hasn't fully been realized as far as I can tell, but they do have the experimental stuff. So they have the drowns in the game on the Xbox One, which is what I play on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I play on the Xbox One on the Better Together version. And I know that that's not the official name of the version, it's just the official name of the German version that I'm playing is simply Minecraft. There is no actual version or subtitle. There's no subtitle to it. That's what it is. It's a subtitle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's no official subtitle for this version of the game. However, they kind of announced it as the Better Together update, and then it didn't end up being an update, but instead being a actual new version of the game, really, because you pretty much had to get a whole new version downloaded onto your system, and you can still have the old version, so it's more of a version than it is an update in pretty much every aspect. And so I have taken to calling it a version instead of an update, and others have as well. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, sometimes I have to get a little bit tricky with how I do my, oh bother. I have plenty of this. I'm not really worried about running out of it, but I really should not be using so much of it so quickly. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the problem with doing this without really anything to So we'll just do this. There we go. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Oh, sorry. No. That's just a song that pops into my head every time I say something like, I like it. But that's probably a generational thing, so now you know I'm old. Anyway. Of course, that did come out while I was in high school, so I'm not that old. So give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Sorry, there's all kinds of little things like that I picked up on when I was a kid, and they kind of stick with me. And I use them every now and then in my everyday speech, and also apparently in my videos. I hope it doesn't annoy you too much. But then too, these are my videos, so I can annoy you if I want. Of course, I won't get that many views if I annoy you too much. And that would be sad, so I will try not to annoy you. But if I do annoy you, and this is probably an annoying conversation, what a conundrum. Okay, anyway, let's get back to Minecraft. He talks about conundrums and the likes, and being old when I'm not really that old, or at least I don't feel that old. Okay, so now what we need to do is we just need to fill in so that we keep so that we have a nice little cave that we can travel down without being attacked, because we don't like being attacked. Oh, we should go like this. Alright. So yes, this is not a real exciting part of the video, but maybe it gives you a few tips as to how you can build faster and build safer in the Nether. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to go flat up against. There we go. Alright. Okay. That one's finished, and we're gonna go throw something down there, and then oh, and we ran out. Okay, but we still have one full stack and a partial stack with 57 in it, so that's not a very small partial stack, it's a fairly significant stack, and that stack will actually be enough to finish out this leg of the track in the protection area anyhow, I think. Oh, maybe not. No, we're not going to quite finish, but we're close. So we put this down, we finish up our building of this thing, so we'll go like that. I didn't realize I hadn't finished out these parts. And you know what? I'm going to just leave that. One is kind of a way to get out of here if I'm down in here and I want to go exploring in the Nether for some odd reason. I don't know why I'd want to go out here into this dangerous area and try to fight the monsters, but I might. So let's leave it there. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go like this. Oh. Aha. That's where I would start. Okay, so I'm going to make it 3 blocks and just make a little bit of a window there, and then I'm going to go down a ways and make another window, and then we're going to go over here and we're going to make a window right here, and then we'll go over down here and make a window there, down here and make a window there. And these are just so that I can kind of see that this is an area where I could potentially get out and go and explore, because there's like a landing in an area that I could actually work with. out away from my nice little cave here. And also to keep it so that I don't feel so claustrophobic in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so because you're basically going to get a whole lot more of what I've done so far with the rest of this, I am going to actually cut the video, and basically I'm going to go out of the video. I'm going to stop recording, and then I will come back to the video. I will start the video up back when I get all the way to the other side and get my tracks built all the way over to the other side, because you don't need to see all the rest of this. You kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. So, and this video is over a half hour long now, so it's a good place to stop. A little bit more than a half hour is about just right for these videos. At least is the way I'm doing it right now. Alright, so I will catch you in the next episode. Leave a like if you liked this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next episode.